All right, check this out. So I literally recorded this in a studio inside of my car. What's up everyone, it's Chris here, and I don't know if you can tell, but sometimes I make videos, and it's been kind of tough because I've always lived with a lot of roommates, housemates, and lived in small apartments with really thin walls in really noisy neighborhoods. So trying to get crispy audio is just annoying. And especially when you're just starting out and you're gonna do like 1,000 takes, it's really easy to get self-conscious when you know that everyone around you can hear every single thing that you're saying. Ideally, you would just soundproof and acoustically treat your whole room. But if you rent, that's kind of hard because the second you touch your walls, your landlord's gonna assassinate you. Plus, it's really expensive. So why don't you just go in your closet? Now, people give that tip a lot, and I don't believe anybody's actually tried it. It's like a WikiHow level tip. This is not gonna work. And even if you have a lot of clothes, it's probably not dense enough to soak up bass frequencies. So we need a place that's quiet, private, easy to access, budget friendly, and has good acoustics. Well, I do drive this. A 2006 Toyota Corolla. This is not the sexiest car ever. It's at like 400,000 miles and I literally can't sell it because even if I repair it, it'll be worth less than the repairs cost. It has cloth seats, which no one likes more than leather, but they're actually way more sound absorbent. The floor is already built as a shock mount against vibrations, so that should help. And as you can see, there are no parallel surfaces inside the car, so we don't need to worry about standing waves. The big issue is gonna be the windows and the doors, which do have a lot of resonance. So for the treatment, the best thing that I tested was these moving mats. They're designed for dragging around furniture, but they're really dense, they're really flexible, and they're really cheap. And then I got 5 of these clamps that you can find at any hardware store. I got the 2-inch sizes to make sure that they fit on the handles above the doors. I'm gonna use the front right handle, the back right handle, the back left handle, and there's none on the left in the front, so I'm gonna use the visor. I'm gonna push the front seats forward so I can clamp the 2 mats overhead. I'll clamp them together in the back, and because the mats are meant to prevent punctures, I can actually remove one of the headrests and use that to squeeze the mat at the very top of the back window. Now I'll fold the mats into the edges and corners and then push the 2 front seats back, and these will act as a reflection filter on both sides of the mic. If you want to go really hard, you could bring in some acoustic panels and just lean them around the sides and then set up bass traps on the floor. But for most cases, it's not really necessary, so we're gonna test without it. This is the recording gear that I use at my desk, really just for yelling at teammates in Apex Legends. Note the $15 desk arm. This is important. This is gonna let us stick the mic into the recording booth, but we do need a surface to clamp it on. I forget what this thing is called, but we're gonna open it up and clamp the mic onto the front wall. And here's what it looks like. You see the mic is between the 2 chairs and it can be pulled back into the booth, hovering right at recording level. Here's what it looks like from the inside. And the mic is in a good spot. So I'll plug in the XLR cable and then use that middle thing for cable management. The other end will go into the audio interface, which will be connected to my laptop, which is also connected to the MIDI keyboard on the dashboard. So now I guess we just hop into the producer's chair and start cooking something up. I found a copyright-free song I can just cover, but I can only use stock Logic plugins. So let's see what we can do. All right, so we got a rough instrumental. So I'll hop into the back in the recording booth where I'll track all the vocals and do the mixing, mastering, arrangement, and all that other stuff. And there we go. It turns out acoustics won't fix your technique, but we got something. And if it's not studio quality, I won't be too mad because it is a car, but let's see how close we got. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets you get the point. Obviously the sound quality is not professional, but for most people it's definitely good enough, and you can just focus on getting better at your craft until it makes more sense to upgrade to a studio setup. It will be better if you have a car with nicer sound deadening, but other than that, for how straightforward this is, I think it worked out pretty well. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.